What's going on, everyone? This is DJ Rocky with Atlanta Music DJ. So we're going to do a review on the Korg Kaoss Pad Quad. It's a dynamic effects processor. Again, the Korg Kaoss Pad Dynamic Effects Processor Quad. Quad being because there's 4 different banks. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and go right to it and take a look at it. I already demoed this. I've kind of been looking at something like this just to kind of step up the game as far as really throwing up the hype during your peak sets. I highly recommend this product for your new DJs that are getting out in front of the crowds, are actually getting out there and really wanting to show up at their parties, trying to create a name for themselves. And really kind of stand out from the rest of the DJs that you're really getting into the business with. And then I also recommend this for you pro DJs out there that want to take your event from, let's say, ceremony or classic and really calm to really kind of showing some skills and really throwing down some effects on some nice music during your sets. So we'll go right to it. On the back first, let's start right off. And the unfortunate thing I noticed is that you do have this is your line in from your let's say from your CDJ. It can only be connected from one CDJ. Then this is the line out, and this one goes to the auxiliary on your mixer, which would show here we have on auxiliary right now. Okay, and then when you do have it as a directly from the CDJ, you want to click this button into the direct side. Okay. When you use a send connection, when you're sending it over, it's a very minimal amount of sound of effect. So I highly recommend just using it, running the CDJ in and putting it on direct send. Okay. Again, you do have the headphone jack input up here, and there's your volume setting there, or knob there. There's your microphone knob as well too. You do want to run it in that if you're going to be doing a direct send. Okay, and those will also you can use your effects processor with that microphone as well too for the vocals. There's a couple cool features here that you don't get in the Korg Mini. You have the vinyl break, which actually allows you to do some scratching. And then let's see, I think the other one that they said was the delay and delay reverb right over here. So going back again, you have 4 different banks. That's why it's called the Quad. Which each bank you can choose your effect, and you can actually freeze that effect. When you freeze the effect, the effect needs to be in process, and then you want to hit freeze, and then it'll freeze the effect that you are creating. Then you can move on to another one, or you can manipulate your song, okay, to kind of hype up the crowd again. All right. Here you have your effects depth. So to the left, you're going to minimize the effect. It's going to be very light and very minimal. All the way to the right, we're turning it up, and it's going to be a higher depth of effect. Here is your volume input. That'll be coming in from your CDJ. Here is your tap button. Tap can be similar to a sync button. It gets familiar. It starts to read the beat of the song, and it'll kind of go in sync with the song. That would be best used for delay. And also freezing the effect as well too, and it'll catch in loop with the effect as well too. This is auto BPM, so you turn that knob and it'll find your BPM settings. Okay, we're going to just keep it there for now. Here is the pad. Here is where all the action happens. You'll notice that there's different lights that set up on each side. I'll turn it on to kind of show you. And you'll see as you go and you touch the pad, the light will begin to turn on. And with each song or beat of sound coming through your system from the song, the colors will change in sequence. And right now you see this one. So let's go ahead and get right to it, and I'll show you a couple samples. And let's see, let me get a good grip on this camera here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and start the song now. You'll see that it lights up right away. Okay, So the song's starting. Song compliments of DJ Gregory and Ame. Song is called Ella. It's a deep house track. So we'll go ahead and turn up our auxiliary volume, and hope you can hear that. I'll actually turn it up quite a bit here. Alright, so let's get right to it. We're going to do a looper. We're going to do the slice looper. Vinyl break. We're going to do a gain shifter. Reverse looper. And again, these are just going to be real quick. I'm going to run through all of them, okay? Distance. Ducking comp. Phaser. The flanger. The decimator. Nice. The HPF. The LPF. Nice. The BPF. That's a good one. This is pitch shifter. HPF. The jet. Delay. We'll do one delay. Tap echo. Reverb. Delay reverb. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and use our freeze buttons, and I'll give you an idea. You can do this effect with all of the and combine each different bank. So let's go ahead and do that now. Here we'll do the reverb and freeze it. So we froze it. Let's change the depth. We lowered our depth. Let's raise it. Let's do the jet. We want to begin to the effect in process, and then you want to hit freeze in order to create that. And freeze. Let's lower our depth and raise it. Nice. And when you take the volume out, you can actually leave it in the highest depth, and it'll slowly fade it out like you just noticed. You hear that? There you go. So you can freeze each bank. So that's just a general idea. We'll go ahead and take that off. So I had fun with it earlier when I was doing a little set, and I tell you, I highly recommend it for, let's say, the new DJ that is getting out there doing gigs and trying to create a name for himself and want to set himself apart from the rest. Also, I do highly recommend it for you pro DJs, probably more so the club DJ, to really throw it down and give your crowd a little bit different effect and throw up the hype during the peak sets. Again, this is DJ Rocky with Atlanta Music DJ. We're doing here a review with the Korg Pad Dynamic Effects Processor Quad. Okay, and love and respect all people and all things living, guys. Take care. Bye.